Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2025 MEAC Basketball Tournament Post-Game Conference. With us now is the Lady Bisons of Howard University, with head coach Ty Grace and players Zanaya Thomas and Destiny Howell. We will begin with opening remarks from Coach Grace, followed by questions from media. Please raise your hand and wait to be called on for all questions.
Good afternoon. Afternoon, y'all. All right, everybody here? Okay. First and foremost, I'm proud of this team. Could have went down, but they didn't. They stayed resilient. They played Howard basketball, and I'm just grateful to be back into the championship game.
Coach, 22-12, third quarter. Struggling a little bit in that first two quarters. What did you tell them at halftime in terms of, stepping up a little bit more defensively and offensively?
I don't know if you want to know what that I said, Mr. Hill, but I did. I said. Yeah, right. So I got into them before even halftime. I just told them they needed to play like themselves. I didn't see us playing Howard basketball, and I wanted them to step up and do the things that they've been doing to get here. They changed the tide a little bit. The game went back and forth, but I always know they're going to come up on top because they're winners. So that's what I expect, and that's what we did.
One other question. With Sanai, freshman, first time playing at this level, 8 turnovers, season high, scoreless. How does that play? I know they put a lot of pressure on the ball and stuff, but how you play through that?
You've seen Sanaya play all year like that. I wasn't, thinking that she was done or like she was holding her head down a little bit. But she's still a freshman at the end of the day. But she's gonna bounce back. Like that was just one in a million. You've seen her play probably 28 better games than this one game of her having 7 turnovers. So I don't expect that to be something that's ongoing. Everybody's entitled to have a bad game. Everybody's entitled to turn the ball over. And today was that day. But luckily she has teammates around her that can support her in that. And that's what happened. So she's gonna be all right.
Oh, this different. Hold on. Destiny 5 assists and probably could have had a bit more. So you kind of picked up the slack in terms of just distributing. How was that element of your game evolved? I mean, you've been a good passer, but to me, that's a good day for you.
I think that's something that when we had our preseason awards and that whole ceremony that we had, I said that I wanted to be known as a better passer. I felt like there were certain things that I got labeled as in my sophomore or junior year. And I definitely wanted to showcase that a lot more this year, and I feel like you guys are just starting to see that, and it's just starting to show up on the scoreboard a little bit more.
And you had a double-double too, rebounds, just all-around game. Just what was your mindset coming in?
Just hungry to be back, hungry to actually be here and just get a dub. Like can't keep coming back and having the same mentality of just we're gonna play and we're just gonna try and push through each game. Like I want to come through and dominate every game. So. That's definitely my mindset.
Zanaya, you come in and had you make your adjustments to the team, and early on, finally, what has happened these last 7, 8 games when you seem to find your rhythm at the free throw line, scoring a little bit more? Talk about where you are in this process right now going into the Mars Championship.
I would just say preparation, like putting in the work outside of practice, talking to my coaches, what they expect of me, and just knowing that like I have a hunger for it. It's one thing that I want, and it's a MEAC championship, and so just doing anything that I can to get to it, and just putting in the work, put my head down and going to get it and go grind.
All right, this one was from Coach. So you had Destiny, Zanaya, I think Tiana, Sanaya, and now, which is I think a good lineup on both ends. Do you think that's going to be kind of the strategy tomorrow to play that combination?
I like that combination too. For me, it's who's getting it done on the floor. Like I can get a mix of people. I feel like we have some good depth, and I can kind of put anybody in with anybody, as long as I got one of the dynamic ones you just said. But it just depends on how the game's going. I don't really determine what the lineup's going to be. Sometimes people are hot, sometimes they're not. Sometimes people getting it done. Like today, she's passing the ball and she all over the glass. So it just depends. But I'm definitely trying to incorporate everybody to get it done. It's going to be a collective effort because they all have the ability to help us win.
And tonight, when you hit that three, everybody smiled. So
Left me hanging.
is that not normal?
No, I've shot so many threes this season, and that was the first one that I made. And it's crazy because in practice, I'll hit a couple threes, but in the game, it just doesn't fall. So for that to fall for me, I don't know, it just kind of felt like everything that I worked for, it's falling into place.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
All right, this question's for Destiny. Destiny, you coming back from the ACL. Obviously, it's hard to kind of get to that process and trust your knee. So do you feel like you're at that point where you truly trust your knee?
Absolutely.
For the players, talk about overcoming the slow start in that first quarter, and how did y'all find a way to get it done?
I feel like we were just trying to fill out the tempo instead of setting the tempo. And I think that, as the game started to go, we made the adjustment. We had a little bit of mental lapses in that third quarter where we were kind of up and down. But I think that, definitely setting the tempo is something that we need to make that adjustment.
Yeah, and I would say just bringing the energy as the people that are on the court, because the bench can only do so much, but as the ones that are playing and are in the game, you just have to consistently bring the energy. And my mindset is always one stop, one score, especially when things aren't going our way. So once we got that stop and then we come down and score, I'm just going to bring the energy. I'm going to hype my team up, everything like that. So.
And for Coach, this is 5 straight championship appearances. Talk about the experiences for the first 4 and what can you gain from those experiences to try to get it done tomorrow?
I think I got that question asked last year, but when I came to Howard, that was the goal. I came here to win championships. I came here to get to championships game and win them. And obviously going to 5, that is very hard to do. I know we came up short the last couple of years, but to get to 5 championships in any league is very difficult. So I'm very proud of the players that I've coached. I'm very proud of my coaching staff for us to be able to be in this position. But it's winning time now. You can keep saying 5, but we want it. We want to win it. We want to win it. Getting there is one thing, but this team and my staff, we want it this time.
Any other questions? Go ahead.
The mic. We can hear you. It's okay.
Hey, Coach.
Hey.
Zanaya, Destiny, congrats on the win. We've seen this matchup, Norfolk, Howard, numerous times. Regular season didn't go the way you guys planned. What are some adjustments you're looking to make heading into tomorrow's matchup?
Y'all want to answer? Or you want me to go first?
Go first.
So, yes, it's like your sister every day that you live with every day, right? And they just annoy you so much. But obviously I have a lot of respect for Norfolk State. Larry Vickers has done a tremendous, phenomenal job with that program as well. And yes, there are little things that we're going to do to adjust to them and tweak, but we are so familiar with one another, man. It's like we know each other inside and out, and it's just like who's gonna step up, who's gonna be the better player that day, who's gonna be the star, who's going to rise to the occasion, who's going to get the extra rebound. It ain't going to be about plays, and hopefully it ain't about coaching. And these guys are just going to get to it and, take care of business. So, yes, very familiar with them, and I'm looking forward to a good game tomorrow.
I say for me personally, not fouling. That was a big issue that we had in the regular season, that ended not the way that we wanted it to end. And I think that, with me in the game, that changes the dynamic of how we play, and that's just the goal for me personally, is to not foul.
I would say for me, just keeping the same intensity from the first half into the second half. A lot of times, once we get into the third quarter, I feel like we fall short, but just staying hungry. And yeah, we just have to go after it. The ship has sailed, the bridge is burnt. There's no turning back. So just leaving it all on the floor.
Any more questions? All right. Any final remarks from coaches or players?
No, I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2025 MEAC Basketball Tournament post-game conference. With us now are the Maryland Eastern Shore Lady Hawks, with team coach Malika Willis and players Zamira Haynes and Mahogany Lester. We will begin with opening remarks from Coach Willis, followed by questions from the media. Please raise your hand and wait to be called.
Still proud of this group. 6-game winning streak to end the season was great. The focus, the will to want to win, the will to want to be better and continue to grow, it really showed. We came up short. Still, I mean, anytime we play us, it's going to be a tough matchup. We dug ourselves a hole, but we came out and we never let up, and that's all I can hope for.
Go ahead.
Coach, first year, what are some of your takeaways getting here to the semifinals and some of the things you learned about what you need to do to move forward in the program?
I've been blessed with this team. I really think it's a great team that I walked into. I mean, with the seniority, the maturity, the life lessons that they've already been through. They already were coming off, coaching change and, as far as basketball wise and whatever else was going on personally. So going into it, I mean, it's the best decision I've made, What I've learned going forward, I pretty much stay true to myself. I'm a truth teller and a truth seeker, so I just want to continue to empower and just let them know that they are enough. That's it.
Coach, this team fell behind 18, but they fought through it. Even when it looked like it was down, they still fought through to the end, to be honest with you. Can you just talk about the fight and the grind with this team?
Well, it was something that I knew. We haven't really got blown out all year. And when I say blowouts, I'm look at the scores in the league and other leagues, things like that. I mean, we've lost by 22. I think that was the most. But it's gonna be tough. Like we're not an easy win. You're gonna need an ice bath, things like that. So even I'm just looking at huddle, and I just took a deep breath a few times, like just sat there quiet, let them talk, things like that, because it's just really up to them. I told them it's go time, it's their destiny, things like that. So when it clicks and all 5 of them get on the same page, I knew it was gonna, just ignite everybody. So it was fun to watch, but we started too slow and we, picked it up too late.
Any other questions?
This is for Mahogany and Zamara. You guys have been with this program. You've had a lot of different changes, a lot of bright spots. Just describe this journey from where you started to now that it's kind of comes to an end.
Well, I came here pre-COVID, so I've seen how the culture started when I first got here. I've seen the change during COVID, after COVID. All I'm seeing is us just continuing to grow. There's a lot of up and up on the way. The program is heading in a very, very good direction. And I'm really excited for, my current teammates who are going to be here next year, or, anyone else, our recruits that are coming in. All of them are going to experience the things that, kind of like we had to walk so they can run. So I'm really excited to see the benefits that they get to reap because of how we paved the way.
Every year going into the season, I was just feeling, the feeling is just a happy to be here type of feeling, and just willing to do whatever it takes to make the team successful and stuff like that. I was fortunate enough to play Division I basketball. I know that's a lot of young girls' dream that play basketball. Growing up, I was able to just show the younger kids from where I'm from, being Philly, to show them that it's possible, no matter what level you play at, could be effective for your team and stuff like that. So I'm still thankful to be here. I'm thankful for everything I've been through, every position I was put in, and I take the good with the bad every time. So I'm just proud. I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of this university. Like she said, it's heading in a real good direction, And I'm excited to see what's next for UMES women's basketball.
Coach, there's a scenario out there still to where you may get picked to go to the NIT. Thoughts on that?
I think it would be great. You know, postseason is something that I think everybody should experience, but not a lot of teams do. You know, only certain ones, and that would be a direct reflection of how we ended the season. You know, getting to third place in the MEAC, and you know the 6 games in a row helped that, things like that. So it would be a great reward, but you know, Howard gotta get us one first.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Willis, your first year coaching at Eastern Shore, what have you learned from your first year coaching, even though it may not be over yet?
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I feel like even when I got the job, a lot of people were asking, you know, how's it feel when the first game, you know, versus VCU, are you ready? This, that, and other, like, all those questions. When you coach for 23 years as an assistant and you've been on so many different levels and things like that, you continue to learn, of course, but I don't know if I've learned anything I didn't know yet. I was ready. I felt prepared. I wanted to be myself, you know, as a coach. And that's, you know, what I hope that they see. You know, I'm no other coach. I'm not, you know, they could talk to me, and, you know, they know that they could come to me with certain things. They know what they're going to get, whether it's going to be hot or cold. You know, I mean, I'm just me. So what I have learned is that it can work. You can read all the Phil Jackson books and Pat Summer books and Vivian Stringer books you want, but if you're not yourself, I guess that's what I've learned, that it won't, they won't run through a wall for you if you're not yourself.
And Coach Willis, what has it meant for your first year being able to have the leadership in Zamara and Mahogany on this team?
Everything, flat out. Like I said yesterday, excuse me, the toughness is something I could only hope for. I hate to teach that. I don't even know if you can, but I am a tough person. And what I know is that they're not going to back down. You know, these two and a handful of the teammates also, I mean, they're ready to roll in any situation. You know, even in I'm very creative with scheming and things like that, offensively and defensively, and I walk a thin line with trying not to overcoach them. But I'll say it out loud to them, you know, I thought about this, and they're like, let's do it. You know, so that kind of stuff is just great to have their leadership and again their maturity on the court to really just want to go out there and do something different this year.
Coach, the players are saying the future is bright, and you mentioned before when you first got there, they saw how tall you were. They recognized that, you know, you were going to have them playing tough down low in the post. So moving forward, clearly you need shooting. What's the recruiting strategy going to look like? Are you going to look to have a team that's perimeter oriented, or are you going to have that old school kind of Malika Willis mentality?
No, it's done deal. You don't fool me once. You got 3 shooters coming in already. Everybody 1 through 5 is going to be able to shoot. I'll tell you that much. But it's still going to be ground and pound. It's all right with me, but they're going to be able to shoot. It's okay.
All right, one more question from the media? No? All right, any closing remarks?
It was a hard fought season. I'm proud of our girls. I'm proud of everybody that was able to help out, and I'm proud of our managers and the athletic director and our students, and I'm just, it hurts, but I'm excited for the next group coming up. I'm excited for those recruits coming out. Can't wait to see how it looks next year.
And to piggyback off of her, the culture that's being formed now is going to look so much different than it has. So I'm definitely ready for the revolution of UMES women's basketball.
Mm-hmm. They have nothing to hang their heads for. I mean, great group, worked hard, got it done, played to the end. That's it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.